I think anything that can draw attention to cycling in general is only positive.
Really probably the leading portion of cycling right now, and it has been for the last 3 to 4 years, is gravel riding.
Oh yeah, if there's a route out there, people will race it, for sure. So there's always bragging rights, and just like the Tour Divide, I mean, you don't win anything, but I mean, you win bragging rights. You win the experience too of doing it. I mean, that's the true win.
Morning. You ready for this?
I hope so. So, we are going to head across the state of Nebraska. We're going to be starting down here at the Kansas border. So we're going to go up through Lincoln today, and we're going to head over to Seward, York, and then end outside of Doniphan. So day one is going to be about 200 miles. We're going to have a little bit of a tailwind for the first 80 miles or so, which would be pretty nice. Weather actually looks pretty decent for most of this week. So today it's going to be pretty flat for the first 70 miles or so, and then we're going to get a little bit of climbing once we get past Lincoln, and then we're going to end with the last probably 75 miles of pretty flat area and stuff. So, but it should be a good day. We've got a couple people coming out and they're gonna ride a little bit with us, and yeah, should be a good day. I'll be back in a little bit.
We're off.
So yeah, the Great Plains gravel route, it was kind of a brainchild of several folks who are Midwest race promoters. It's a large bikepacking route, primarily on gravel. It goes all the way from Canada down to the Gulf, or Gulf up to Canada, which depending on which way you want to go. So, you know, amazing challenge. You know, just how like the Rockies has the Tour Divide, so the Plains are going to have the Great Plains gravel route.
There's been so many people that have ridden across Nebraska on the roads and stuff, but what Robb is going to be doing right in the gravel, it's incredible. He's going to hit so many cool areas. I've done a lot of different areas throughout Nebraska, ridden gravel, but to connect them all, that'll be outstanding. I'm really excited to see him do this. So I know the first part is a lot of it will be the Chief Standing Bear Trail. Robb has planned to take other roads coming up through the Beatrice area, and it's a rail trail, and it's a beautiful rail trail. It connects Lincoln all the way down to Marysville, and so it's a wonderful trail, and it's great to have that included in on this route because I think people really enjoy it.
I am joining these two studs on the beginning, part of the beginning leg of Robb's cross Nebraska journey.
Yeah, well, I've just been riding with Robb a lot, and thought I'd come out and support him today and ride with him to ride out about Seward, and then head back and go buy a car.
Appreciate these guys coming out and joining us. We're gonna have a few more people joining us here this morning, and grabbed a little bit of food and donut, and got a burrito in the pocket, and we're ready to roll. So.
What excited me was getting the opportunity to create a route and to display all the beauty that's in the Midwest, in the plains. I think a lot of people just think of the plains as a flyover country, or drive through it real quickly, but I wanted to actually put something together to offer up a challenge for people to come here and experience it and to be immersed into it. So this will get people out, see the beauty of Nebraska and other plain states, and also meeting the people, hearing their stories, seeing all the cool different things these small towns have, and just have a fun challenge.
Yeah, so we jump on the path up here, go over this bridge. Oh, cool.
Honestly, I haven't even ridden the whole route myself. I'm kind of curious to check it out and experience all that diversity. So folks who actually take on this challenge will have an opportunity to see everything that Nebraska has to offer, because you're basically going through the entirety of the state, about 800 miles of Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the Great Plains gravel route. I don't think we've had anything that has sort of connected the state and the riding across the region quite like this in a single push, right? Like you have gravel worlds, you've got other events kind of throughout the state, and they're really focused on what they've got going on there. But like between us and gravel worlds or grounded, right? Like we're so separate and so different. And so to have something to kind of tie it all together, I think that's really cool what Robb's doing.
So we're making pretty good time. Just over 6 hours. So, but that was the fast part. This is gonna be slow. There's a couple times, I know we have some long stretches out here, I might just tuck in behind you. Mm-hmm. Tastes good. All right, ride by the numbers. We're at 205. I don't know about elevation. There's only about 7,400 foot of elevation, and 5,000 foot of that was before Seward. Just, well, ride time just under 13 hours. So I was hoping to be, I figured it was going to be like 14, 15 hours, like ride time to get here. Go. Okay. Thank you. So that picture that you took of me last night, that was awesome. So it sounds like today might be a little challenging. They had some really bad storms last night. A little farther west of here, but it sounds like they had a lot of rain and some baseball-sized hail. So there might be a couple roads that we may not be passable, but yeah. So looking forward today. I don't think it's going to be too warm, and I think we might have a pretty decent tailwind most of the day, so hopefully no headwinds. So hope for a good day. All right, well hopefully this thing will pick up the course on the right, but we'll head out here and go down just a mile, and then we'll get back on the course. So, okay. Out of this gravel without wrecking. There we go.
I think the gravel family, the gravel community is amazing. We have such a close-knit group of friends. I'm friends with the whole Lincoln biking community up here. Everybody knows each other, I feel. I mean, I go to these events and everybody knows your name. You can talk to anybody. They're very easy to talk to. And so I think it's a growing community, and it is growing. It's not just the same people all the time. At my event this past weekend, I was just so surprised to see so many young kids. We started juniors division this past year, and I had like 14 young kids under 17 racing. And so that just warms my heart to see young people getting involved in gravel. So it's wonderful.
It's fantastic. Everybody's so friendly. There's no stress. You can just show up as you are with whatever bike that you have. There's really no ego to it, and I love that.
I mean, it's like a big family, pretty much. And everywhere you go, it seems like I seem to know. I make more friends now since I started riding gravel than I do before this time. So it's definitely a big family community here in Lincoln.
I ride or race gravel because I love the community aspect of it. I think it's really unique that there's a sport where the pros line up on the same start line as every other person. Everyone out there has an equal chance to go as fast as they can, and I love that about it. I think it's really fun to meet people and talk to them and see what their goals are, and hopefully inspire people to do really crazy things on a bike. I think the ability to push our bodies in these long endurance events is really unique, and that's what I love about gravel.
It's interesting in the industry when you talk to people from the West Coast and they gravel ride, but their gravel ride is, pretty much a groomed road with a little bit of gravel, very little and such. And we've had a tough time being in Nebraska with the industry, trying to get people to understand more about what gravel really is like and coming back here and seeing it. I mean, it started in the Midwest, majority, mainly. And, just getting them to come back and see DKs, seeing the gravel world, seeing the other big events that are out there, because they're so cool to be around. And when the industry staff gets back here, they're floored. They can't even imagine that many people out doing it and what they're putting themselves through. So it's really cool to watch.
I started riding gravel in 2008 and did DK in 2009, which was the first race I ever did.
Oh, really?
And
Turned out pretty well.
the why gravel? Well, just because of the lack of cars, it's safer. But also, once you start riding on it, you find out how interesting and fun it is and beautiful out here. And just all the people that you run into and that you race against and become friends with also. It's been like an extended family. I think people say that, but as a cliche, but it's true. It really is. And folks like Robb, they're just the best. So I really can't say anything, but gravel's awesome.
Just got into Kearney here. We're around the 250 mile mark of the course. So we stopped in at the bike shed. So this would be one great location if you're having some bike issues along this route to stop in, and these guys can help you out. It's just about a mile or so off the route. But yeah, the bike shed here in Kearney is where we're at right now.
This is Paul's Donuts.
Yeah, this is some donuts for you. Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna eat you like a breakfast bowl.
Some coffee and some bananas, whatever you need.
Sweet, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. How's the roast treating you?
Pretty good. It was a little soft there for a little while and stuff, but it was. I think we're gonna run into a little bit of maybe some reroutes today and stuff, just from the stuff that happened.
Yeah.
So, all right, man.
All right,
we're taking off.
Yeah,
Thanks for letting us stop in.
Yeah, you bet.
Fix his
Okay.
tires.
Yeah,
Worked out perfect.
Yeah,
and stuff,
exactly.
So.
Yep.
All right,
Awesome.
man.
Good to see
Okay.
you. All right.
Take care.
Yep.
I would say your best.
us a little bit?
What's that?
You're leaving us in a little bit?
Yeah, as soon as I think you turn left up here, I'll just continue north up to Broken Bow. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me hang on for a while, literally and figuratively.
I'm Paul Brasby. I helped Corey Godfrey with about a 200-mile section between Lexington and Ogallala. And when you leave Lexington, you have about 20-25 miles before you get to Eustis. Last chance to refuel at the J&H grocery store. And then after that, you got the Farnham Hills, a lot of B roads, work your way to Potter's Pasture and the beautiful Lusk Canyons. And the next resupply would be another 50 miles to North Platte.
Oop, Garmin says I can't ride for 3 days. Oh. Ooh, a 7-Up would be good too. And water. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, shoot, I hit that so it might fizz out on you.
Nope, that's fine. Oh.
Cool, if you want it, you just let me know.
This is good right now.
Oh, you know what else I got?
So we are at Potter's Pasture. We are outside of North Platte, a little ways. I'm not exactly sure how far, but we are going to head west. Morning. Sure. And so we're gonna go to North Platte. And then we're gonna end up going to Paxton, and then we're gonna go north to the north side of Lake McConaughey and right across Kingsley Dam into Ogallala, and then we are going to head over to the Colorado border, and then we're gonna start heading basically straight north. We'll go through Big Springs and hopefully get to Llewellyn tonight. So another last big day, about 190 miles or so today. So I haven't looked at the weather forecast yet, but hopefully we have favorable winds and no storms tonight.
to the road and take a left.
Okay. Is that back on course then, or?
Yep.
Okay. I need to stop and try to load course.
Oh, we back on course at Four Corners?
Go left and once you hit Four Corners and hang your right front.
Yeah, so don't set our course until there.
Yes.
Of course will disappear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So we'll just go to Four Corners and then I can get you set if you want.
One of the best things I like about gravel is getting out in the morning on a serene road that's just climbing, no cars around, and just seeing some of the sights. If I see a MMR, a minimum maintenance road, I'm down it. I just love to go take off down a dirt road and enjoy the sights. You see old farmsteads out there, you see old bridges. It's just part of the countryside that people are not aware of at all.
There's something different about the relationship when you're, out on the gravel by yourself, or even with another person, but you're out there kind of more on your own. It's kind of a quiet time where you can just get some things figured out. Just when you're out riding, I really think you can answer a lot of questions, solve a lot of problems, because you're just running through it, just sit on the bike, just kind of rolling through the pedals.
What cycling has done for me is that it has, in a lot of ways, given me a purpose. Especially when you're out there in the gravel all alone, you have everything that you need basically when you're bikepacking, and you don't require anything else. Since you have everything that you need, you can kind of let everything else go. What that's done for me is that it really has brought me to a place where I can know what I'm capable of. When you're out there riding and you have to climb that hill or whatever, you look and you say you can't, and then all of a sudden you do it. So that sense of ability to overcome obstacles and just do it all on your own really is gives you a point to keep moving forward.
I first met Robb, I believe it was at the 2018 Solstice Gravel Grinder, I believe. Met him at check-in. I didn't know who this guy was. He showed up, and a lot of the other Lincoln cyclists knew who he was. Just looked like a short, scrappy guy, and I was like, man, he looks like he could really, be a powerhouse. And he came and did the Solstice that year and blew everybody away. Won it easily. He's incredibly strong on a bike. He doesn't know how to say no to anything. It's just, I don't know where he gets his power from. He's like the Energizer Bunny. Just keeps going and going. So I have the utmost respect for Robb. I think what he does for the bike community is amazing.
Robb is, he's a former marathoner, and I was just absolutely floored when I would hear what his best time was at, I believe, 2:17. That's phenomenal. I mean, You know, it's just unbelievable to be able to turn in a 2:17 marathon. And he's always cycled, I believe, quite a bit, and transitioned more into that the last 3 to 5 years. But the mileage he puts down and the efforts he puts down, it just to the normal layperson like myself, you're just like drop-jawed. There's a reason he did a 2:17 marathon. I mean, he's an engine, and he can push through a lot of pain, so that's pretty cool.
All right, well, we are in Llewellyn right at the moment. Just beat the storm in last night. We are going to head north to Alliance. Looks like we're going to have pretty good wind pushing us along, not too bad. And hopefully the roads will be decent. I know rain here, but I don't think they got too much rain overnight on the roads that we're going to be on this morning. So hopefully they'll be fairly dry and fairly fast and stuff. So a little shorter day today. We're going to be around 100 miles, and we're going to end up just outside of Alliance. That we're going to finish up at Carhenge today. So probably would just be about 105 or so for mileage and stuff. So yeah, good day, feeling good. We've covered 580 plus miles so far across the state, and actually dipped into Colorado for about a mile yesterday afternoon. And yeah, so things have been going good, and yeah, on our way, getting close.
My favorite part of the state is really the Sandhills. With the sand, the rolling hills, it's just beautiful out there. But it'll really be a challenge. I mean, I believe they'd mentioned, you know, water stops might be 70 miles in between. Trying to be set for anything, you know, because again, things are few and far between out there. You don't know till that night what you might be doing, or, you know, how far I'm not going to make it as I planned, you know, that other 40 miles or whatever it might be. So where am I staying? And it'll be a really good adventure. That'll be cool.
I think it's sort of an unexpected beauty when people come in here. They think Nebraska, they don't necessarily think towering bluffs or, you know, green rolling sandhills. They just think flat, you know, the I-80 corridor, right? Like but that's not what Nebraska is. There's so much more. And so I think once you're here and you sort of experience that and experience riding 100 miles and seeing one or two cars, then, you know, we've got a lot of return customers and riders, that kind of thing. And, you know, I think that's a testament, even if they're not saying it, they're coming back year after year and you know, having a good time.
All right, last day, day 5. We are at Carhenge. It's about 6 a.m. We're gonna head up north. We're gonna go through Hemmingford, and then we're gonna end up going through Fort Robinson State Park to Crawford, and then we're gonna a little loop around Toadstool Park, and then we're gonna finish at the border. So it's about 140-ish some miles today, so not too bad, but we're gonna have a little bit of headwind today. Not too bad though, like 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. So they got a little rain north of here today, so I'm not quite sure what we're gonna run into. Hopefully the roads won't be too bad. I think we've gone through most of the sandy sections yesterday, but yeah, we'll see. So thanks for all the support everyone has given us along the way, and we'll see you at the border.
For me, I just like going out and exploring. It reminds me when I was a kid, you know, we'd hop on bikes, we'd go out in the country, and we would just find like a cool creek crossing or a covered bridge, you know, because I'm from Ohio. So to me, that adventure, going to see what's out there. And gravel, you can ride a different route every day of the year for years. You know, there's so many gravel roads out there. So it just made sense for people to gravitate to those, and just going out, finding a route, and then go to a small town, and meet some folks there, and hang out for a bit, and then take a different route back. I mean, that is gravel. I mean, getting out there with your friends, having an adventure, and having a different adventure all the time.